create new genius for you in the form of a genius miner. So you can get some of the first rewards ever. And those first rewards, you're never going to get a better share rate, but you'll be able to choose how many days you want to do that for. Minimum of 90 days. All right. All right, so thank you all so much here. I'm not going to end yet. Let me tell you about the surprise feature. Yay. There's 2 surprise features. The second surprise is going to be awesome, but the first surprise is just as awesome. All right, so let me get a second here. Look at that. I've been drinking this water for like almost 20 years. Love it. Let me whip this out too, because, oops. All right. So this is what I work with for the developers. All right. First surprise feature. Well, the surprise feature. It's called the stability pool. And the stability pool, in Genius, the stability pool is it's a pool of collateral that is used to back Genius. Sort of a way similar to what the Federal Reserve did, but different. Very different. Way better. So this stability pool, let me get to, got an outline on this because if I, this is a, so the stability pool, what the stability pool does, one, we'll be able to say like, hey, Genius is backed by US dollar. That would be pretty cool. US dollar coin, or DAI, DAI, the decentralized stablecoin. So Genius will also have collateral backing itself up. But what is the point of this here? Remember, everything that happens with Genius has been done specifically and very intentionally to benefit everyone. And in the world we live in today, a lot of magical things are happening with finance. The only reason why a lot of magical things are happening with finance is, well, a lot of people when they heard about Bitcoin for the first time, or they hear about these other cryptocurrencies, they're like, this sounds way too good to be true. Like, this sounds way too good to be true. Well, it's because the math is different. You see, the current financial world we have has its rules and has its math, and it has its regulations. But in the decentralized world, the regulations are the code. The regulations are the software. I guess you could say the regulations are the blockchain itself. So this is a totally new, different world where new rules of finance can be made. Not only can new rules of finance be made, created to serve people and serve people better than all systems that exist in the traditional finance world, and do it better because human beings don't have to be hired for these monotonous purposes, for the monotonous work behind finances, financial auditing. So the decentralized financial world has a lot of financial magic, a lot of magic stuff going on, but it's real. It's just different. It's exotic compared to this traditional world. And for you that are watching this, like, congratulations on being involved in this. Like, this is the future. This is just as much of the future as the internet was when people were talking about the internet in the beginning. It was just as much of the future as people who were talking about computers in the beginning. You'd have people like Steve Jobs talking about computers, Bill Gates, right? And people from IBM. And people from IBM, they're so old school that they couldn't serve new people. But you see, like, even people like Steve Jobs were laughed at because, they were laughed at because people couldn't see the future. Now take this, for example. Take this iPhone, right? Here's my iPhone. I do my iPhone completely naked. I don't care if I drop it. I think they're sexy. They're beautiful. But the amount of technology in here takes crazy knowledge in changing the rules. So if you were to hear about a device like this 50 years ago, you'd have been like, that's impossible. So the fact that you're in DeFi today, you're in a great position. You're in a great position to be in decentralized finance because we can change the rules. And the Genius stability pool here does that. It changes the rules. It is definitely the most novel thing in Genius. So I'm going to have to read from some notes here. This will be in the white paper soon, maybe by the end of the week. But the Genius stability pool is a system where people can borrow Genius tokens in the form of a minted advanced miner. End users must put up collateral in order to borrow the newly issued Genius debt, and that collateral is decided and approved by the OA grantor. So basically, the origin address can approve collateral. The origin address, by the way, can change itself to be a different address, which can be a DAO, can be a smart contract in the future. And really, that's the idea behind it, if that happens. So instead of what this means is, a lot of things change tokenomics, like tokenomically, economically. A lot of things change economically from something like this. So if you have a current understanding of Genius from the white paper, the stability pool can sound like, whoa, how are you going to manage all those changes and what's going to happen? Oh, it was done. In fact, so what the stability pool does, let me just tell you the magic of it instead of the details. What the stability pool does is it's able to offer collateral to people. Well, it does two things. One, it incentivizes people to put collateral into the Genius smart contract. How does it do that? Well, let's say the open market price of Genius is $1 per Genius, right? The stability pool will have a certain price for Genius that it will offer to sell you Genius for. So for example, you can buy Genius on Uniswap. And let's say the price after fees comes to $1.02. And you look at the stability pool, and the stability pool says, hey, give me collateral, and I'll give you Genius for an average price of $1.10. You're gonna be like, $1.10? No, that's okay, I'll buy it from the market. I get a better deal from the market. Okay, get a better deal from the market. So, nobody's gonna take a worse deal. So how the stability pool incentivizes people to deposit collateral or to buy Genius from the stability pool is the price that is offered slowly decays over time. And eventually, as it slowly decays, it gets to a price that is lower than the market price. So eventually, you go to the Genius app. You see on Uniswap, cool, I want to buy some Genius today. The open market, it's $1 per Genius. The price isn't going to start at $1, but it'll get there. I think it will. We'll see. But then you look at the stability pool, and the stability pool is telling you, hey, give me collateral, and I'll give you all the Genius you want. Well, there's a certain limit for an average of 96 cents. Or for an average of $1. And you're looking at the open market. The open market's $1. But let's say you're a whale and you wanna buy like $5 million worth of Genius. You can't always do that without moving the price up, and especially in the beginning. So the open market value, $1, might buy $5 million worth of Genius, moves it up to $1.20, moves it up to $1.05, $1.10, whichever. The stability pool will tell you, hey, yeah, you can buy up to 10 million. Give us $10 million of collateral. And the stability pool will issue you Genius that is, let's say, an average of $1. So it's a huge deal. Now, this huge deal, you might think like, any problems you think of, let me just promise you they're solved. So if you have any questions on this, please post the questions into Telegram, and I'd love to answer these. Oh, let me see something here for that. I'm just gonna let you all know in the room as well. Okay. All right, so the stability pool